Okay, quick crossover parts list for this 2007 GasGas EC300, and these are some parts that I pick up at Rocky Mountain, and most of these parts I get from Rocky Mountain. They're in Utah, I'm in Colorado. The parts show up on my doorstep in 2 days. I can't argue with that. You know, Go Fasters isn't selling parts anymore for GasGas, and and my dealer that I was getting some parts from over in Gunnison, about 2.5 hours one way, is not selling GasGas parts anymore. So it's kind of shot me in the foot. But I can, and I haven't just had, you know, there's lots of dealers out there. I just haven't found another one. And I can get most of my stuff online, and I do almost all my own work. So I really don't need a dealer right next to me. Although it'd be nice to have, just to be able to go down and get parts just like you would for a Yamaha. So anyway, as far as crossover parts go, again, Rocky Mountain, I order parts and they show up on my door in 2 days, 3 days at the very worst. And we'll just start with the rear here. These rear brake pads are off a 2006 RM250, and these are the centered metal from Rocky Mountain. They are the Tusk brand, and they've been on here for over 2 years. And I don't put a lot of hours on my bike. It's probably got a couple, maybe 150 hours on these pads or so. And I use my back brake pretty hard when I do use it, but I don't ride my bike a whole lot either. And you know, they got kind of mostly good reviews. And some people wrote, "Oh, you know, these suck, EBC only, blah blah blah," or whatever brand only. And I thought, well, I'll buy a backup pair for 17 bucks. What I got to lose? I'll just buy another pair and spend 32 bucks and have two. And they haven't cracked or caused me any problems, so they work pretty well. And my backup pair is still in the package in the trailer. So the rear rotor is off a 2010 Husaberg TE570. This rear rotor is the Typhoon from Rocky Mountain. It's the Tusk brand also. And it was like 55 bucks, I want to say, or 50 something anyway. And a lot cheaper than, I can't touch them online for right around $100. Even on eBay for the GasGas bike. So this is 2010 Husaberg TE570, and the only issue was the bolts that I had on here, their shoulder, I just ground them down just a touch on each one just to make sure they recessed all the way in this little hole here. And red Loctite, and they've been a perfect fit. It's been on there for 2 years also, haven't had to touch it. Front brake, 2005, or front brake pads, 2005 CRR 450R. And I used to have that motocrosser, it was a great bike, and I had the pads left over and found out that they fit this bike. I was like, oh, cool. And sure enough, they're perfect drop-in. So again, those are the Tusk centered metal. They run less than 20 bucks, and they've been doing fine. They've been on there for probably over a year anyway, maybe a year and a half. I haven't had to. The front rotor's fine. I haven't had to cross that yet. So if anybody has any ideas, please post that below of what fits this year bike. The fork guards are also from a 2010 Husaberg TE570. These are the Cerberus brand, also from Rocky. They were cheap. They're direct bolt-on. They're full wraparound, as you can see, and they still work with the Motion Pro fork tree. You just put the fork tree here, run it through the spokes, put it on the other side, and it works perfect. So I think the only thing I had to do is grind this little hole right here, drill this little hole here, for my other wire to fit, for my speed sensor to fit. So yeah, front brake master cylinder was giving me a problem. In the winter, it would stop working and it would just go. The lever would go all the way to the grip, and I'd heat it with a hairdryer, and that would heat up the seals inside. They would expand, and it would start working again for the day, and then it would freeze again at night, and I'd have to do it again next time I rode it. So I finally just rebuilt it. This is a Nissen front brake master cylinder. It has a number 11 right here. Hopefully that'll show up. And so this is off the rebuild kit that I ordered, was from a 2005 CRF 450R. And the same bike that I got the front brake pads from. The kit I got from Rocky Mountain, it was all balls kit. It was like 15 bucks or something. So it's not the OEM kit that comes with a new piston, but I didn't really think I needed a new piston, so I just rebuilt it, and it works great now. So, and also on the master cylinder, the rear master cylinder, I just rebuilt today also, and it's from the kit from that is also an all balls kit from Rocky Mountain. It's like 17 bucks or 18 bucks. And it's from a 2002 YZ250F. And any of those 2000, 2001, 2002 YZ or WR bikes all use the same kit apparently. This kit I know specifically I ordered for a 2002 YZ250F, and it was the exact kit for this. It was the exact parts, spring, everything exactly. And it works perfect now. My rear brake I have back now. And what else on crossover? The foot pegs are from and I don't remember the YZ250 that they're off of. It's like mid-2000s. I'll put the year that I ordered it from Rocky, and they're a direct bolt-on, and they're like 50 bucks, I want to say, 55. And so a lot cheaper than some of the Scar brand and all those other brands. And so pretty aggressive aluminum, and they haven't torn my boot up too bad. My boots I've been wearing for about 4 years now. I don't do a ton of riding, but my boot soles still look pretty good. So these are fairly aggressive without like really chewing up the bottom of your boot. So I think that's a good compromise. Again, the Tusk brand from I'll have to tell you at the end of the video which YZ250 they're off of. This was a direct bolt up too, but I didn't like the way that when it folded up it hit the brake lever there, so I ground that off with a grinder, and now when it flexes up it doesn't hit the brake lever. Okay, good. So those are the crossover parts. There's a lot of parts you can get for this bike that different manufacturers like BRP, TM Design Works, Trail Tech all make for this GasGas. So FMF. So a lot of the parts you don't have to cross-reference.